Good evening. Welcome back to News Hour. Here is Diabiju bringing to you the glimpses from literary history. Today, we introduce the author of the poem Any Woman, Katharine Tynan. Katharine Tynan, the Irish poet, was born in 1859 to a farming family. Although she wrote the poem Any Woman praising and glorifying motherhood, she was often referred to as the father's child because she fought with her mother to read, and her mother was frustrated and wanted her to substitute books with prayers. She often heard the word "don't" from her mother, whereas her father said, "let her do." He encouraged her to voracious reading and intellectual curiosity by buying books to her. She used to climb the attic or hide behind the stable to read books undetected by her mother and her 11 siblings. She describes her mother as a simple, narrow, and an innocent-minded woman. But more than her mother's disapproval, it was the 19th century society in which she lived that considered educated women to be dubious or suspicious. Her father's friends were confused and even wondered why he had allowed her daughter to read books instead of doing some productive works like mending socks. They even warned him that her writing may endanger their prospects of a good marriage. But he did not pay attention to any of these. He sent Catherine to St. Catherine's Convent, from where she completed her education. Later, she was married to an advocate, Henry Albert Hinkson. Together, they moved to the West and had 3 children. Their daughter, Pamela Hinkson, is also known as a writer. Katharine Tynan published her first poem, A Dream, in 1878. The poem, Any Woman, was published in 1911 under the title The Mother. The poem describes the self-effacing love of a mother for her children. After suffering from chronic eye disease, she passed away in 1931, leaving behind a rich legacy of hundreds of novels, short stories, and poems. That's all for this news time. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, with another great writer. Thank you.
Dear students, I hope you did not miss the news hour. Presented by Dia Biju, a plus 2 student. And now you are familiar with the poet, Katharine Tynan. You heard that it was her father who supported her on her way to become an empowered woman. Now, let's listen to the poem.
Any Woman by Katharine Tynan. I'm the pillars of the house, the keystone of the arch am I. Take me away, and roof and wall would fall to ruin me utterly. I'm the fire upon the hearth, I'm the light of the good sun, I'm the heat that warms the earth, which else were colder than a stone. At me the children warm their hands, I'm their light of love alive. Without me, cold the hearthstone stands, nor could the precious children thrive. I'm the twist that holds together the children in its sacred ring, their knot of love, from whose close tether no lost child goes a wandering. I'm the house from floor to roof. I deck the walls, the board I spread. I spin the curtains, warp and woof, and shake the down to be their bed. I'm their wall against all danger, their door against the wind and snow. Thou whom a woman laid in a manger, take me not till the children grow.
Here is the explanation of the poem for you.
Any Woman by Katharine Tynan is a beautiful poem portraying the multifaceted role of a woman in a family. The poem celebrates the glory of womanhood. With the abundant use of metaphors, the speaker identifies herself with the pillars of the house, keystone of the arch, fire upon the hearth, light of the sun, heat that warms the earth, light of love, twist of the sacred ring, knot of love, house from floor to roof, wall against all danger, and door against the wind and snow. The speaker asserts that if she is taken away, the whole edifice will be ruined. She is confident that it's her warmth which preserves life on earth. The point here is that she is the source of warmth for the entire earth. Once she becomes a mother, she spreads her hands supporting her children. She kindles the fire in the hearth and she becomes the source of love and life for the precious children. She binds them within the tether of love, and no child can escape from that bondage. Remembering her duties and responsibilities, the speaker now equates herself to the house. She decorates the walls, spreads the board, spins the curtains, and makes the bed. She defends the family in all the dangers. The poet's concluding note is a prayer to Jesus Christ. Her appeal is to prolong her life till her children grow up. The poem becomes a reminder to women also, since they too forget their own worth. The poem abounds with metaphors. All these metaphors are pointers to the maternal love. In conclusion, the poem deals with a relevant theme and conveys a powerful message. It carries an optimistic mood and airs a serious tone. The abundant use of metaphors reinforces the theme and message.
Hope the poem analysis was useful. Students, we know that we are going through the first unit, Flights of Freedom. Let me ask you, haven't you observed the stars in the sky? I'm sure you have. They are limitless. They are infinite. They are millions or trillions or zillions. Aren't they? Yes. Now, think of the power of each star. Now think of the power of the combination of stars. If the combination of stars has such great power, then the possibilities of success are greater than that of failure. Yes, possibilities are endless. Then what are we waiting for? It's time for action. Just like a bird, spread your wings, take flight, soar to the heights, stretch your imagination because it releases the pent-up frustrations. It redefines our barriers. It knocks down our limitations. Let us take the flight towards freedom. It's time for us to move on to the discourses related to this lesson.